Alright guys, well welcome to the video today. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my shop bench. It is not the most fantabulous shop bench, but it is my shop bench and I made it all by myself. So, at the old shop we had our workbench tabletop, which we just made out of 2 scrap pieces of 1/4 inch plywood, and we just used some leftover 2x4s that we had. I used pocket screws because I did buy me a Craig jig, which everybody's got to have if you're going to be doing any kind of pocket hole stuff. But basically at the new shop, I couldn't reuse Shelly's plastic folding table, so I had to come up with my own thing. The lady that used to live here left a freezer that I don't even know if it works. It might work, but I have repurposed that for the stand for my table. So, as you can see, that it kind of sags a little bit, and I don't really have anything under the edges to keep it sturdy. So what we need to do is we need to make legs to at least support the edges of our table so that it doesn't tip. So we are going to go out to the barn because I for some reason left all the wood out there, and we'll get some possible pieces of wood to help prop up the table so it's a little more sturdy. Alright, so we got our miter saw set up at the end of the workbench. So now we just have to measure how long we're going to make our legs, and then we can cut them to length. One thing I'd like to remind you guys is it doesn't matter how fancy the stuff you got. Sometimes you just work with what you got. I'm personally fine with doing that. Like, this whole setup didn't cost me a penny because my stepdad was nice enough to just give it to me because he bought a fancier saw and he has a little different, little lighter workbench here. Like I said, eventually it would be nice to have a permanent workstation like over here, but I have to run wires and make the tabletop part bench for it, which I don't have the time or the money to do that. So we're just going to use what we have. And also, I currently am just having to use my cell phone to make the video, so hope the video quality is good enough for you. But we are just going to use these scrap pieces to make little legs for each end so that it's a little more sturdy. I need to make the board about 35 inches long, so we'll mark it and cut it at 35. Well, what we're going to do to secure the leg to the table for a temporary solution, because I don't have screws that are long enough to go through the 2x4s, I'm just going to screw it down from the top, which that should be good enough for now, and then eventually we will screw it in on the sides and attach it to the table for a more permanent solution. At least it's a little more sturdy. We'll just add one more leg to the other side and then we'll be all set. Alright guys, I know this seems like a silly video, but at least now the table is more secure at this end than it was. And then there was a little wobble left in it, but I believe it was the freezer was off balance. So all I did was I took and put a little shim under it, and now it's fairly sturdy. So we officially have our workbench so that it is not as wiggly as it was before. So sorry it's a silly video, but at least now we can start doing a project. And the good news is with the furnace, it's on a timer, so it's literally been running for an hour, and it's 55 degrees in here. I don't know if you can tell this right here, but it's 55 degrees, which makes a world of difference than working when it's 33 degrees like it was when we started. So looking forward to doing more projects, and we'll go get the wood for the window cornice thing, and that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching.